Don't go and start fixing your eyelashes when your eyes are supposed to be fixed on Jesus' lashes. I'm going to be telling you the story of a brother who came into this generation through procreation with much dreams and vision. But due to his association, he was falling into much temptation but could not take precaution. His occupation was fornication and extortion. He grew under no much supervision and speculation. In his mansion, from the air condition, there coming sweet ventilation. And so for him, every day was celebration and jubilation. But he never took a day for meditation or even looking through any Bible translation. And so he's got no biblical injunction. Yes, he got admission into the higher institution, did his matriculation, and even friends and relations came with their presentation, and all we are saying congratulations. And so he felt, oh, life has given me my own portion. But the day came while he was sleeping in his mansion with no preparation. His alarm could not wake him even though he was set for the sleeping duration. For he had already gone on an eternal vacation in the land where he feels no sensation. And suddenly he saw himself with a man on a white robe standing on the two-road junction, holding the book of registration. Names and abbreviations were mentioned, but his was like an old fashioned. And then he turned to the man and said, "Sir, have you seen my mansion with many rooms for accommodation? I pay for students to go on excursion. I'm one of the richest men in the nation. I just won the governorship election. I'll be going to the village tomorrow for my coronation. I make calls without SIM activation." And so you see, sir, with all my qualification, this book of registration must be the old fashion. My name must be in the new fashion. But with a harsh intonation, the angel shouted, "You have been sentenced to eternal damnation. For you never knew he who died for your salvation. On the last days will be great tribulation. Men will be thrown into condemnation. And also on that day will be transformation. Many will be taken up for identification. Salvation is not by church donation or obligation, but by the declaration and determination to follow he who suffered much allegation, molestation and accusation. When the Father asked, who will go and save the nation? He gave himself without compulsion or hesitation. But all he did for mankind, some now call it an old fashion. Lord, help your old in the wicked generation. Let our days be filled with beautiful colorations and decorations. In all the oppressions of the Europeans, their exploration and exploitation, quest for civilization, I was in the large population, but yet none discovered my location. But yes, he did by his own navigation. Introduction, talking about the Lord God of creation, right from the foundation of creation. In a holy congregation, there was a holy conversation with a low intonation. And then there came a great question out of the mouth of the God of all creation. He said, who will go and save the nation? For they are living in fornication without my salvation. But suddenly there was a great silence, no interruption. And after much calculation, there emerged a man of solution. For he was in great submission. He was given the commission and the permission. And everyone wants to know him. They all shouted, identification. But hear me, he is Jesus. Don't take this for an abbreviation. For he was bruised for salvation and emancipation. He came without fashion and taught about division, distribution and salvation. For in his teachings he was heading to his destination. And on his way there were distractions, trials and temptation. But he overcame by his determination. Hear me, if you are sitting, sit tight. And if you are standing, stand upright for that which is right. You may be in a corner very tight, but what matters is not your current plight. But just because of your height, you think it is by your might. You that is doing that which you know quite all right, that is not right. But just because you go to church and it can't right, you now take it to be right. We must unite tonight, be you black or white. For in the enemy's hand is a pen ready to write, so as to override that which is right. In the church they are seated, very polite, looking like the sons of light, saying words that are sweeter than Sprite, just to collect offerings and tithes. These parasites are the Amorites, Hittites, Hivites, Perizzites, and the Jebusites. Now for salvation, men no longer have the appetite. But let me give you a highlight. If only you will accept Jesus as the light. His blood, you take a little like a bottle of Sprite, and his flesh, a little bite. For this bite is more than 10 gigabytes. For he who will walk in the light can never walk in the night. That Jesus did not come last night does not mean he will not come tonight. It may happen overnight. Be alert, for heaven is your birthright. Till tomorrow, my hands are still glued to the bureau. He said, tell men about the path that is broad and narrow. Let them not be tossed to and fro like one in a barrel. Remember how I caused sorrow in the life of Pharaoh. For anyone who will serve me, I will make a hero and not a zero. He is a bone marrow, impenetrable to any arrow. But for those who will not serve me, like the winging of my eyebrow, I will throw and overthrow. Who is like unto thee, where Kobiro? You can be speaking to Mr. Okoro, and yet your presence is felt in room Okoro. Who is like unto thee, where Kobiro? More funnier than Akbororo, stronger than Goro. I love him more than my sister, bro. Till tomorrow, he is a hero that has taken away my sorrow and borrow. And now I'm no longer the same man in the mirror. Because his blessing is one thing he has given me in a row. God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Because he's not like Agbani the Rego. I call him Alade Ogo. He can be speaking in Togo, and yet his presence is felt in Chicago. By his own veto, he brought me out of the ghetto. One name is Jimego, but he had Chineke Meredemakarego. His blood flowing through my wrist is more than any bango. His name on my forehead is more than any logo. Jehovah Ogologo, you are sweeter than any ripe mango. Put your hands together for Jesus. Thank you.